Today's topic isn't easy. It's about suicide. We usually think of those who commit suicide as cowards, right? Because they leave big, gaping, oozing holes in our hearts. And we've got to put the pieces of our lives back together without them. Hi, I'm Fonda Clayton, Amazon's best-selling author of Stop Giving Your Power Away, and I help successful women who feel empty. Today I saw a clip of Robin Williams' wife talk about his reasons for committing suicide. And she very eloquently talked about how she didn't blame him because of the diagnosis that he had of Parkinson's disease, and that he had 3 years to live, and that they were going to be very hard years to have to live through. And so she's got some answers, and I'm glad for that. And she also has come to a place where she doesn't blame him or herself, and that whenever she encounters someone that loved him very deeply, she lets them know that they don't need to blame themselves either. But for many of us, no matter what the reason of someone dying, either from suicide or some other horrible reason, we don't have answers to our questions. We still have a gaping hole in our heart. We have this sadness, we have this rage, we have anger. And you're not supposed to speak ill of the dead. So where are you supposed to put these things? Usually we self-medicate in some way, or we internalize it, and this wreaks havoc on the inside. We've got this unspeakable pain, Well, what I'd like to offer today is a little bit of comfort to say, what if those that committed suicide aren't cowards? What if, the contemplation and the execution of suicide is something to feel so hopeless, to feel such sadness that feels like your only alternative? Could you have compassion if you could really take that on, if you could just wear that for a second? I've been there. I have contemplated suicide more than once in my life. And I'm here to say to you that I'm happy to be here today. But in those moments, even as I recall that feeling, I can bring it up. And I'm hoping I don't go into the ugly cry, but I get it. So I have compassion for those that contemplate suicide and those that succeed in suicide. If you're watching this today and you are contemplating suicide, I urge you to call this number, the suicide hotline, which is 1-800-273-8255. Again, the number is 1-800-273-8255. Get the help that you need. I understand that it's really hard to realize that that's what you want to do and it feels like the only option. I understand that it is totally terrifying to say it to another human being, because what are they thinking about you? Are they judging you? And maybe they are, and who cares? I just wanted you to know I understand where you may be. I would love to help, but I really feel like if you are at that place that you need professional guidance through this hard space. If you are a person that feels left behind, I would like you to click the link, and I would love to speak to you, because I understand what it's like to put the pieces back together after a death, no matter what the reason may be. Just click the link if you feel so compelled, if you want support to put the pieces back together and to put your emotions appropriately in your life, in the landscape of your mind and in your heart, to start to fill your heart back up again. Especially around the holidays, we can feel completely alone. without the person or the people that we love. Either way, if you're contemplating suicide, again, the number is 1-800-273-8255. And if you are mourning and in grief and in anger or rage, click the link. Thank you so much for being with me today.